She worked 2 jobs, raised 2 kids alone, and had exactly $50 left at the end of every month. Everyone told her that was not enough to change anything. They were wrong. This is the story of Sarah, and what she discovered will change the way you think about money forever. Before we begin, where are you watching from? Drop a comment below, and please like and subscribe for more stories like this. Sarah was 34 years old and exhausted. Every single day looked the same. Wake up at 5 in the morning, pack lunches for her 2 children, Emma, who was 8, and little Marcus, who was 6, drop them at school, work her day shift at the hospital as a medical receptionist, pick up the kids, feed them dinner, put them to bed, then drive to her second job, 3 nights a week at a grocery store, until midnight. She made $2,300 a month. After rent, groceries, utilities, and childcare, she had $50 left. $50, sometimes less. She had no savings, no retirement plan, no safety net. One broken car tire could destroy her month completely. At night, after the kids fell asleep, she would sit at the kitchen table and stare at her bank account. She was not lazy. She was not careless. She worked harder than almost anyone she knew. But no matter how hard she worked, the numbers never grew. She felt like she was running as fast as she could just to stay in the same place. One thought haunted her every night. What happens to my children if something happens to me? One afternoon at the hospital, an older patient named Dr. Carol checked out at the front desk. She was a retired financial advisor. Sharp eyes, warm smile, and a calm that Sarah had never seen in a person before. "You look tired, sweetheart," Dr. Carol said gently. Sarah laughed, without humor. "I am always tired." Dr. Carol leaned forward. "Can I ask you something personal? Do you have any investments?" Sarah shook her head. "I only have $50 left each month. That is not enough to invest." Dr. Carol smiled in a way that stopped Sarah cold. "That is exactly enough. That is how I started." They exchanged numbers. The following Saturday, Dr. Carol invited Sarah for coffee and changed everything. "Sarah, let me ask you something," Dr. Carol began. "Do you believe America's biggest companies, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, will be worth more 10 years from now than they are today?" Sarah thought for a moment. "Yes, probably." "Then you already understand investing," Dr. Carol said. "There is something called the S&P 500. It is a collection of the 500 largest companies in America. When you invest in it, you own a tiny piece of all of them. When they grow, your money grows. But I only have $50, Sarah said. "That is enough. Here is the secret most people never learn. It is not about how much you start with. It is about starting early and being consistent. The S&P 500 has returned an average of 10% per year for the last 50 years. If you invest $50 every single month starting today, in 30 years, you will have over $100,000. Not because you are lucky, because of something called compound interest. Your money earns money. Which earns more money?" Sarah sat back in her chair. $100,000 from $50 a month. Dr. Carol nodded. "Open a Roth IRA account. It takes 15 minutes online. Use a platform like Fidelity or Vanguard. Set up an automatic transfer of $50 every month into an S&P 500 index fund. Then forget about it. Let time do the work." Sarah pulled out a napkin and wrote down every word. That evening, Sarah put the kids to bed, sat down at her kitchen table, and opened her laptop. It took her 20 minutes to set up a Roth IRA account with Fidelity. She transferred her first $50 into an S&P 500 index fund. Then she sat back and cried. Not from sadness, from hope. For the first time in years, she had done something for her future. Every month after that, $50 went in automatically. She did not touch it. She did not watch it daily. She just let it grow. 3 years later, her account had over $2,000. Not life-changing yet, but real, and growing every single month without her doing anything at all. Sarah told her sister. Her sister told her friend. Her friend started her own account the next week. Here is what Sarah's story teaches us. You do not need to be rich to start investing. You need to start investing to become secure. $50 a month is one skip dinner out, one fewer streaming subscription, one small sacrifice that your future self will thank you for every single day. The S&P 500 does not care if you're a single mom, a night shift worker, or a student with almost nothing. It rewards anyone who shows up consistently. So here is your challenge. This week, open a Roth IRA. Invest whatever you can, even $10. Start today, not someday, today. If this story moved you, hit like right now. Drop a comment telling me, what is the first step you will take this week? Subscribe for more stories of real people who change their lives one small decision at a time. Your future is waiting. Do not make it wait any longer.